Did he ever tell you what he's doing? Did you know if a team goes down 3-1, there's a 5% chance they win the series? Man, this is a team that won 60 games this season.
Yes, we don't have to talk Red Wings. I have to talk with her.
Welcome back to Your Detroit Now. We got a great show ahead of us. Musa, it has been a little while since we have done a weekly update show, but we've been busy, man.
We have been busy.
How about, let's start there. How about the Lions event we just went to?
Oh, that was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and that I will never forget.
How cool was that? We got to sit front row, best seats in the house. It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. We got to meet the players, see the locker room, go on the field. It was very, very, very great experience.
Favorite experience? What was your favorite part?
Ooh. I have no idea. Every single one was great.
It was pretty cool, Musa. I liked, it's not often you get to be in Ford Field when you get your number one draft pick. So Blake Miller, obviously, welcome to Detroit. We're going to take a deep dive into that in a second. But Musa, it's been a while since we've done a weekly show, man. Where you been?
Emilio, stop. You keep doing that.
People get, I swear, it's not me.
Where have you been? I've been free the entire time. Where have you been?
I'm going to have to challenge that. ABS challenge system. We're going to challenge that one.
Well, there's no, can you ask producer Chris? I think that's a producer Chris thing.
No producer Chris today. Producer Chris is off, so headphones are off. We are solo.
Mm-hmm.
So, Moose, let's start with the event we just talked about. Detroit Lions draft pick. As we just said, we're going to go one by one. We've had a few picks. We're going to talk every single pick that we had, and you're going to tell me, is this a position of need? Do we like this guy? So, number one, obviously, as we just said, Blake Miller, Clemson, offensive tackle, pick 17.
Blake Miller was 8th in his position rank, 52 overall rank, and they gave him an 82. This guy was off my radar. I was expecting to get Caden Proctor, Monroy Freeling, or possibly Spencer Fano.
Yeah, well, you were big on Spencer Fano.
I was very big, and Blake Miller was off my radar. I did not expect us to get it.
After a week, how do you feel about this pick?
I mean, I still would prefer these other guys. Who knows? Let's see in 3 years or this year if he was the right pick.
That's true. I mean, nobody knows at the time, right? Nobody knows where we are.
No
Derek
one knows.
Moore, round 2, pick number 12. We traded this pick from Dallas via the Jets.
I'm telling you, I was so happy when we got. I would be happy if the Lions got a Michigan player. Derek Moore, 10th in his position, 60th overall ranked, and an 81 grade from the University of Michigan.
So this has been a guy you've been watching all season. Can you teach us, for those who are not familiar with him, people coming from MSU, people coming from, not Michigan fans, can you tell us a little bit more about him? What do we like? What can we expect?
Well, Derek Moore, he had 10 and a half sacks that led the team, and 10 and a half sacks led him to top 5 in the Big Ten.
So can we expect big things?
We can expect big things. I think that for the Lions facility, have they always done it? I think DJ Wanham will start in the early season, but like later this season, I think Derek Moore will take that spot.
And don't forget Aiden Hutchinson, UofM alumni.
UofM alumni. 2 Wolverines hopefully might start in one game.
That would be a cool experience. Musa, we jump to round 4. Pick 18, Jimmy Rolder, Michigan again, linebacker. What can you tell us about Jimmy?
You know what's better than 1 Wolverines? 2. And Jimmy Rolder, I've had a deep dive. People were calling him the next Jack Campbell.
Really?
Really.
And we got him in the 4th round.
In the 4th round, 13th in his position, 160th overall ranked, in a 56th grade. Not great, but but ESPN is calling him the next Jack Campbell.
Okay, what are you saying?
I think I can agree. I mean, like he doesn't have the height or weight, but he does have his style. He does have his style.
Does. All right, Musa. In the 5th round, pick 17, Keith Abney II, Arizona State.
Now, this is really true. I personally think that we got the steal in the 5th round in Keith Abney.
So you like this guy? You knew about him coming in?
I knew about him coming in. Arizona State, a 10th in his position, 75 overall ranked, and a 79 grade in the 5th round. How is that not a steal?
On paper, it seems like a steal. Is he going to take TA's spot, or are they going to be like complimentary?
Well, Teron Arnold has what he did, but I think Keith Abney will potentially be a Pro Bowler one day soon.
All right, Musa. We go to the later in the 5th round. We're staying in the 5th round. Kendrick Law, wide receiver, Kentucky.
28th in his position, 199 overall rank. That is the pick Tom Brady got drafted in, and 48 grade. I wanted a wide receiver, but I'm a little biased. I wanted to get Donovan McCulley.
I have to say, this pick, I'm not too sure where he fits. Drew Pretzing knows what he's doing. It's clear he likes his tight ends, but right now, I see us with Amon-Ra St. Brown. I see us with J-Mo. I see us with Isaac Tesla. Unfortunately, I don't know where Kendrick Law fits in to that. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he'll take the spot Khalif Raymond was, but I don't know. I feel like this might have been early and this might have been a reach. However, best available, we know that's what Brad Holmes specializes in.
Mm-hmm. I seen this guy's highlights. He can be a returner, punt or kick. I've seen this guy's highlights.
All right, Musa, let's jump to the 6th round. Pick 24 from Jacksonville, Skylar Gill Howard.
First of all, 6'1", 280 pounds. That's small, but he's a fast guy.
We didn't even mention defensive tackle, Texas Tech.
6'1" is small for a defensive tackle. But I did see this guy's highlights. He had a 55-yard pick six.
55-yard pick six. Musa, who is his NFL equivalent that you would say, if Skylar Gill Howard is like so-and-so, this would be a successful pick?
You know Puna Ford from the Rams?
Yes.
That guy is 5'11", but he is fast, so I'll compare this guy to him.
I think that's a great comparison. Finally, Musa, are you good if we jump to the 7th round? Pick 6, Trey West, edge rusher, Tennessee.
36 in his position, 69 overall rank, and 37 grade. I mean, I wasn't expecting an edge rusher because we already got one, but Tyree West, I've seen this guy's highlights. He had, I forgot his stats, but he had a pretty good season.
So we like the pick.
Not really. For me, not really. I didn't really like it.
No, is this someone that we should have traded up for? Again, we had 7th round pick 17. Why did we jump up to 6 to get him?
I mean, clearly Brad Holmes sees something in him.
Yes. So who do you? I'm gonna ask you the same thing. Who do you think his NFL comparison could be?
I actually don't know. I'm gonna have to sleep on that. Probably if he's an edge rusher, I don't know if he's fast, but I can probably see a Byron Young from the Rams.
Okay, you like the Rams' defensive line? It's clear.
Jared Verse, Braden Fisk. I really like their D line.
All right. So Musa, all that being said, what do you want to give the Lions' initial draft grade? If you were the teacher, you're Professor Musa. What does Professor Musa give Brad Holmes?
I mean, I probably, since I'm a biased guy, this would probably lift it up. But if I wasn't biased, it'd probably be a B plus. But I'm gonna be biased on this, so I'm gonna say an A minus.
A minus. I think that's a good grade. I think if you said it Wednesday night, Thursday morning, you're gonna get an A minus draft, I think you'd take that. I'd take that.
I'd take that too.
Musa, any final thoughts as the draft is officially closed. The Lions have a majority of their roster. Free agents could change some things. However, the Lions roster is 99% complete. What are your thoughts before we go into OTAs?
I actually have two thoughts. I'm seeing this. ESPN gives us edge, defensive tackle, offensive tackle, cornerback, and running back for our needs for the team. We completed four out of the five of those lists. The one position we didn't get was a running back.
So we got Isaiah Pacheco and Jahmyr Gibbs.
I mean, like, I see Brad Holmes. Like, I don't think he'll start Pacheco in the preseason.
I don't know. That's a tough one. We're going to have to see how OTAs go. We're going to see how camp goes. But Gibbs is the one. Pacheco's the two. I think there's no question about that.
Oh, obviously. And one more. Like I said, we needed a quarterback in the draft. I thought we were gonna draft one, but we got one in free. We got an undrafted one. This guy was.
We got Diego. We got him.
Do you really think we got Diego Pavia?
Come on, tell me we got him, Musa. Tell me we got him.
He signed with the Ravens. The Ravens picked him up, but
Ravens took our guy again. They took our guy again. They took Max Crosby. Allegedly.
Well, he went back to the Raiders.
I know, but they took our guy again.
But as I was saying, ESPN gave this guy the best available quarterback that went undrafted. Do you know Luke Altmaier? Luke Altmaier from Illinois, 8 at his position, 208 overall ranked in 48th grade. From Illinois, Luke Altmaier, welcome to the squad.
Welcome to Detroit. All right, Musa, all that being said, we're going to head over to Tigers baseball. Lions season, we're looking forward to the season ahead, aren't we?
I'm very excited.
All right, Musa, let's head over to Detroit Tigers. So, Musa, it's been a little while, like we said. Let's recap what we've missed. Marlins won the series 3-0. Royals won the series 3-0. Red Sox tied it. They won the first. We won 2 and 3. They won 4. Brewers, we won 2 and 3, so we won the series. Against the Reds, we lost the series, won the final game 8-3. Braves lost the first, and the second is currently going on. Tigers are up 3-2, bottom of the third, 1 out, no runners on. Let's talk about stats. Let's talk about what we like. Let's talk, unfortunately, what do we not like, Musa? Here's what I don't like, Moose. Stolen bases. We only had 9 stolen bases. That puts us at 29th in the league. Strikeouts. This is a batting stat, not pitching strikeouts. Swing miss strikeouts, 242. Strikeouts are back, and that is going to hurt us bad. Strikeouts are what killed us last season. It's probably the big reason we went on that lull at the end of the season. What made playoffs such a close race at the end? Strikeouts. Some things that the Tigers are doing right. Doubles. We have the second most in the league. Triples, 8th most in the league. Batting average. The team batting average is 251. That is 5th best in the league. OPS for the team, 332. 7th best in the league. Slugging, 7th best in the league at .414. That's pretty good if you ask me.
Same if you ask me. I think that's pretty good too.
When you talk about averages, Kevin McGonigal leading the team in batting average, 327. Colt Keith, 321. Javi Baez, 256. He dropped off a little bit. But Riley Green, number 3, 292. He's been doing pretty well.
I agree.
So, Moose, let's talk about the standings. Where are we today?
We are first in the AL Central, even though our record is 15-15.
Here's what's crazy. Do you want to know something insane?
I really like crazy stats.
Every team in the National League Central has a better record than the best team in the AL Central.
Every team in the National League?
National League Central.
That is crazy.
So the worst team in the NL Central is the Pittsburgh Pirates. Their record is 16-14. Tigers' record is 15-15.
That is insane.
So that shows you, that I would say is the key stat in how weak the AL Central is.
That's got to be.
And let's mention maybe my favorite stat of the week. Tigers are the only team in the AL Central with a positive run differential. The Twins are close at -1, but the Tigers have +7 run differential.
That is insane.
Can't go far with a negative run differential. So Tigers are doing that part right, but doing a lot of strikeouts wrong, man. The strikeouts kill me.
I agree.
So, Moose, we talked about hitting. Let's talk about pitching just a little bit before we head over to NBA, which I really do not want to, unfortunately.
Same. I don't want to talk about NBA.
Kyle Finnegan leading the team with ERA. He's pitched 13 games, and his ERA is .66. Now, he's only pitched 13 innings, but .66? It's pretty good, Moose.
That is pretty good.
Tarek Skubal ERA 2.72. I expect this to drop some more. He's only pitched 6 games. Innings pitched 36.1. I expect 2.72 to drop down, but long season, small sample size. Finally, Justin Verlander ERA of 12.27. Hasn't pitched for the Tigers home. He hasn't pitched. There was supposed to play that Sunday night. He hasn't pitched since then. Innings pitched 3.2. Framber Valdez 3.41. Musa, Tigers pitching is not our strongest point right now.
No, that is not.
So all that being said, I'm not calling a Tiger for my player of the week. You gonna call one?
No, but that's pretty shocking. You're not calling a Tiger.
Not calling a Tiger. I'm gonna call a Pistons player that I saw in he had a good performance. We lost, but let's talk about the Pistons, should we?
I don't want to talk about the Pistons.
I think we have to. It's part of the job, unfortunately.
What if we triple producer Chris's salary?
You think he'd talk about it?
Probably.
He's not even here today.
Unfortunately, yeah.
What is he doing, man? Did he ever tell you what he's doing?
No.
I was wondering where he was. All right, Moose. Detroit Pistons. Let's talk about them. Did you know if a team goes down 3-1, there's a 5% chance they win the series?
No, I did not think that. Wow.
If a team goes down 3-1, it's a 5% chance you win the series.
We're 1-3.
Done in the Cavs against the Warriors in the finals. Musa, what's the record that the Pistons have right now?
1-3. Right now, they're winning against the Magic 56-47.
This is an ugly series, man. This is a team that won 60 games this season. We won 60 games.
We hit 60 before the Magic hit 50, and we still have a negative record?
I am actually at a loss for words. This is a team that, it's the thing that we've talked about all season. Cade doesn't have a number 2. And you can't expect someone to rise up that has not risen up all season.
I actually do 100% agree with that. We don't have a good number 2. We have Dennis Jenkins, Duncan Robinson, but they're not a clear good number 2.
These are number 3s, number 4s. These guys are not number 2. These guys are not Scottie Pippen. These guys are not Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving. Those are like notable number 2s.
Not even Jalen Duren's number 2.
So we don't have one. It's just Cade. And you can't expect Cade to do it all in the 7-game series.
No, you cannot, even though he put up 39 points.
So let's talk about game by game. We'll go through it. First game at home against the Magic. 112-101 at home, like I said. Musa, tell us about the game leaders.
39 points by Cade Cunningham, 13 for 27 on field goal, 10 for 11 on free throw. Jalen Duren, 7 rebounds, 6 defensive, 1 offensive. And Cade Cunningham, 4 assists, 3 turnovers in 40 minutes.
When it comes to team stats, field goal, 40%. 3-ball, 31%. Free throw, 76%. Turnovers, 14. Rebounds, 39. Percent led, 0. And the largest lead, 0. I have to say, watching this game, And I'm not gonna say I knew better. I'm not gonna change it. Watching the game and when the game finished, I immediately thought they stole game one. I thought all credit to them. They stole the first. It's not going to be like that the whole series.
It turns out that did not happen at all.
That did not happen at all. Game two, we won 98-83. Not a high scoring game for the Pistons.
But we'll take a win.
Not a high scoring game for the Pistons. 83-98. Musa, talk about the game leaders, please.
Kay Cunningham, 27 points, 11 for 19 on field goal, 4 for 8 on free throw. Tobias Harris, 11 rebounds, 7 defensive, 4 offensive. Kay Cunningham, 11 assists, 7 turnovers, and 37 minutes.
When it comes to team stats, 46% from the field goal, 23% three ball. Free throw percentage, 58%. Turnovers, 23. Rebounds, 57. That is drastically better than the 39 that we had the game before. Percent led, 92. And largest lead, 27. This was an exciting game to watch as a Pistons fan. So dominant the whole time. But that three ball at 23%, nothing fell in.
Yeah, I 100% agree. 6 for 26, like, what even is that? What do you call that? At least it's not the Wolverines in the national championship.
Come on. Musa, next game, 105-113. This game was actually close the whole first half.
Close the entire first half, and we still somehow slipped away.
And it was close at the end, too. This one was on the road, 105-113. At the end, we actually took the lead. With 3 minutes left, 105-104. We took the lead. We just couldn't hang on to it.
Ah, my gosh.
Why don't you take us into game leaders?
27 points by Kay Cunningham, 8 for 23 on field goal, and 8 for 9 on free throw. Jalen Duren, 9 rebounds, 6 defensive, 3 offensive. Kay Cunningham, 9 assists, 9 turnovers in 41 minutes.
When it comes to team stats, 44% from the field goal, 34 on the three ball, 83% free throw percentage, 16 turnovers, 42 rebounds, percent led 10, and the largest lead the Pistons had were 4 points. Musa, this three ball percentage has killed us the first 3 games, hasn't it?
Yes, 100%.
I haven't seen it above 35. Finally, we go to the most recent game, 88-94. This was embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
This was actually a back and forth game the entire time, and I felt like we could never get them out of it. I felt like we had so much dominance, we were so much better, we just couldn't kill them off.
No, we could not. I mean, like, I feel like Orlando should not be in the A seed. Like, they're making a 1 seed look like a 16 seed.
Honestly. Musa, how about those game leaders?
Kay Cunningham, 25 points, 7 for 23 on field goal, 8 for 10 on free throw. Kay Cunningham, 9 rebounds, 9 defensive, 0 offensive. And Kay Cunningham, again, 8 turnovers, 39 minutes.
So, Musa, when it comes to the team stats, 38% on the field goal, 20% three ball. Terrible. 71% on the free throw, 20 turnovers, 49 rebounds, 27% led, 10 points was the largest Pistons lead. This is embarrassing, man.
100%. I mean, like, Orlando should not have been this low. And like you said, we don't have a number 2. And Orlando is actually a physical team.
Yeah, but it's not Orlando's fault that they were ranked this low. It's our fault that we're playing this poorly.
That is true.
Moose, games going on right now. Detroit Pistons are up 66-53. What's going on?
I mean, at least we could get the lead. At least we could get the lead. And Kay Cunningham, not even halftime, 27 points already.
This guy's good, man.
And I'm actually going to call my player of the week. It's got to be Cade.
I think that's probably the right pick. I got to pick my guy, Isaiah Stewart. Game 4, he had an unbelievable performance. 8 blocks. I felt like I was watching this guy all over the court. He was everywhere.
Yeah, Isaiah Stewart is a great backup center to Jalen Duren.
Great pick. So that's my player of the week. Musa, better win this one. 5% chance we win it out of the series. Not too thrilled about that. So, Moose, any final thoughts before we wrap it up here?
Yes, we don't have to talk Red Wings.
So with all that being said, let's hit the phones. First question comes from Anthony in East Lansing. Anthony wants to know, what's up with the 21 on Musa's hat? He wears it in all the videos. Is that his favorite player? Love the videos, by the way. Great question.
Great question. Actually, this is actually a pretty funny one. That was actually the only Pistons hat I had.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I had no idea who 21 is. It's the only Pistons hat I have.
Come on, so there's no story behind it?
No story behind it, no favorite player.
You should have made it up. You should have said he gave me his hat when I was just a little boy. I grew up, he was my favorite player.
Well, like, I'm not a liar.
That's true. That's true. Next question comes from Michael in Brighton. Michael wants to know, who won the Your Detroit Now draft contest? U of M or MSU?
But it was clearly UofM.
Yeah, MSU only sent 2 guys. Musa, who did we send? Matt Glubbin, number 209 to the Commanders, and punter Ryan Eckley, number 202 to the Ravens.
Well, the Wolverines had 6, Emilio. We've had... Our first Michigan player that got drafted was Derek Moore, round 2, pick 44, edge rusher to the Lions, obviously. Then we have Marlon Klein, round 2, pick 59 to the Houston Texans. He's a tight end. Dejan Barham, linebacker and edge rusher, round 3, pick 92 to the Dallas Cowboys. Jimmy Rolder, round 4, linebacker, pick 118, obviously to the Detroit Lions. Then we have probably the best leader that we've ever had, Max Bredesen, fullback / tight end, round 5, pick 159 to the Minnesota Vikings. And then our last pick, Rashawn Benny, defensive tackle, round 7, pick 250 to the Baltimore Ravens. So obviously the Wolverines were on that one. It was no doubt about it.
No doubt about it. MSU didn't really stand a chance. I didn't think we would, but it's fun to make a bet like that. So we will see maybe next year, right? Well, Musa, that's all we got. If you want to be like Mike and Anthony, there's a Gmail down in the description where you can ask questions. We answer most questions on the show, right, Musa? Most questions.
Most questions.
Some get what? Some get cut out?
Some get cut out, and some we just delete.
Really?
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 No, you delete.
Make sure you check out the Instagram. Awesome stuff goes up there before it hits YouTube. Musa, any final thoughts?
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Come watch our next video. And this is Your Detroit Now.
Next question comes from Sabrina in Southfield. Sabrina wants to know, where was Musa on the Colin Murray interview? That's a great question.
Emilio, stop. Oh my God.
She emailed it in.
Oh, stop. No. Pick something else. We're going to make it up. No, stop. No.
Can you not see it?
Make a new question.
I think you gotta answer it.
We're not doing that one. No. Why is everything got to be on me?
Someone emailed it in. What do you want me to do? Tell you no?
No, we're not doing it.
What? That was real.
Well, I have to talk with her.